When I started this vlog, I've warned you that sometimes I will be giving my personal point of view about things. And today is one of these days. Today I'm going to give you my personal views about what is going to happen if the UK leaves the European Union science-wise. And again, I just want to warn you that this is my personal view. It's not the university, it's not the department, it's just Monterey. And welcome to my cosmic kingdom. So it's been on the news that the UK is going to be holding a referendum to decide if the UK will still remain in the European Union or will leave by the end of June. And people are talking about the consequences of just losing the ability of travel or work in a different European country like I'm doing now. But they don't talk about what is going to happen with science. And from my point of view, at least there are two big consequences. Not many people know is that there is this big European agency called ERC that stands for European Research Council, and since 2007 they've been just giving very good grants to researchers in all field of science. And I have to say the UK is doing very, very, very well. The amount of money it puts in the ERC is smaller than the amount of money he receives from them. And it's because the UK universities are really good, and of course the projects that are held or researched in these universities are also extraordinary, and that's why they can attract more money from this European fund. The problem is if the UK leaves the European Union, it leaves also the ERC. And this is not something that it's just some idea or theoretical possibility. No, it has happened before. So Switzerland left the ERC, and they can no longer apply to those grants, and they are like big grants. And some people claim that, well, if we stay, we can save the money and that we put on the ERC and use that money to fund our own research. Okay, fine. Let's say, okay, that is correct. The problem, and this brings me to my second point, is the talent search. Because any EU citizen can work in any EU country without any visa, that represents a big advantage. I know that some people will say that this is one of the biggest disadvantages of being in the European Union, and that will open another debate, but it's out of the reach of Cosmic Kingdom, so I'm not going to enter there. But just focusing on Cosmic Kingdom, to do research in astrophysics, but in astrophysics or in biology or in any other field of science, you need to have the best people available. The fact that the UK is in the European Union, it makes very easy for a citizen from the Czech Republic, Spain or Portugal to work in France, Belgium, the Netherlands or Spain. My point of view about that is that this is great. And why is that? Because that means that you can attract the best minds in the European Union, and you are basically almost offering like a domestic move. Let's imagine, for the sake of the argument, that this person, Jim from, I don't know, Leicester in the UK, has been offered a position in Bologna, Italy. And Jim also has a wife and 2 kids. Let's also imagine that some American institution has offered him another position in New Jersey, for example, and he has to choose where to go. And the fact that Bologna is in the European Union, it makes things very, very easy for Jim. Because if he moves to Bologna, he no longer needs a visa, but neither does his wife or his kids. If his wife wants to work, she can work. There is no problem about that. She can go apply for a job and and it would be in the same conditions as an Italian, provided they know the language, for example, and that's it. Whereas if he moves to New Jersey, she will have a visa that is depending on his visa. The health insurance is going to depend on the university, etc., etc., etc. In the end, it happens that Tim chooses to go to Bologna, apart from the fact that it's the first university in the world and it's really good and all of that. It's because it makes his life easier. And that is good for the UK, and that is good for Italy. So since the introduction of the seat of the European Union, that I don't know its name in English, there has been no wars. No wars in a continent that has been in war like for thousands of years, or at least for hundreds of years. And only for that reason, only for the fact that since the introduction of this entity that used the commerce and the council and the diplomacy to solve the differences between countries, I think it's worth it. I think it's worth all the money it may cost us. So just think about that. And I will end up here. I know it's becoming serious today, isn't it? But I think I needed to do this. Thank you for watching me today, and see you next week with more science. And be sure to subscribe to my channel and follow me on the social networks. And of course, please, if you have an opinion about this, leave your comment here. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.